right, so work has begun today. They are moving out all the logs, getting everything smoothed out, and they're grading the pathways back there. And really nice guys. Really, really excited about all that's about to take place. They pulled those logs up around the rose garden real fast. And once they take a break, I'll go out there and show you around, because I don't want to be in their faces with the camera. Some people don't really like that too much, so I'm just taking videos up here from our bedroom window. Lots of exciting changes coming. This area has been smoothed out quite a bit. I am really excited to see all grass in here. This is going to be great. The grass should be delivered, the sod, should be delivered tomorrow, as well as the stone. Or I guess I should say cement. So yeah, it's coming along. You can see here where they've had to dig a trench to lay down all the new pipes, and this is actually the gas line that goes to the fire pit. But this is the new system that's going in, the irrigation system, and I guess you could see there's some little hoses there coming up out of the ground. I'm guessing that's where we're going to have some sprayer heads, and so this whole area will be covered. And there's looks like there's another sprayer head back here that they've been grading everything out. The trampoline has been moved, which is super exciting to see this all clear, except for that, of course. And yeah, it looks like there's going to be a sprayer head there. And there's piping that's going all the way down the Woodland pathway. Making good progress. Okay, here's how it's looking so far. The guys are taking a break, getting everything graded out, smoothed out. And we had to make a change on the edging because the raised beds are so high up that the rubble stone is just not thick enough for the height of the raised beds. So we had to switch to it's like a natural looking cement block, which I wasn't too happy about, but it is what it is. We didn't want to increase the budget amount for a more expensive stone, and so we ended up having to go with like a faux cement look around the edging, but I think it'll look, the point is to make it look uniform and a little bit tidier, and so I think it'll definitely be achieved. Isn't it lovely? Now I can walk back here barefoot. I'm not doing it right now, but I was earlier. But just look at how, this is why a grass amazes me. It's so restful to your eyes, and it just immediately outlines the path. So you like know where to walk. And the edging isn't even down yet. So it really is just amazing how it feels so much more open and spacious with the grass down. Oh, I'm so excited. It's so, so pretty. And we ended up doing the woodland path with it because we had a bunch of extra. And I love how it looks in the woodland path. Now this is emerald zoysia, so it's supposed to do well with more shade. We'll see. I may end up having to patch up dead spots with moss and whatnot. But we figured we already paid for the sod. We might as well just come out here and lay it down. And if it takes, great. If it doesn't, then it doesn't. But we had it, so we figured we might as well use it. So I am super excited about all of this. Look at how wonderful this looks. Oh, it's so different to see just all green. Well, it's almost all green. It's still waking up. Today is April 5th, 2024. And I am so very happy with how it's turning out so far. They are doing a great job. And I love this little grass pathway under the arbors, this little arbor tunnel. It just feels so great. They'll be back tomorrow to finish up the sod and install the edging. And all of the irrigation is set. And I'm probably gonna have them, this is a little bit too wide of an area. I feel like we could use probably another string of sod down here to widen the pathway just a bit. But yeah, so this is it. And I just ripped up all the rest of there was some landscape fabric in these beds, and I just ripped all that up. And I might put down fresh landscape fabric. I'm not really sure. Honestly, it only really works for like the year you put it down. So we may just do a thick layer of mulch. And now that the grass is in, I feel like it's going to be a lot, mentally, it's going to be easier on me to weed these beds out. Because before, you know, with the mulch and everything, all of the weeds would grow in the mulch, and it was just like, you get back here and it was just so overwhelming. It's like, I don't even know where to start. So now I feel like it's going to be a lot more manageable back in here. And this is the bed. This bed is empty right now for the most part, but I'm going to be putting quite a few Grace Rose Farm roses in there. So yeah, it's so exciting. And I moved some peonies back in here. That one's struggling just a bit. I probably should throw some more water on that one. But they were planted over here next to this wall, and I am probably going to have them just put sod all the way up to the wall. I think that's what we're gonna do. We'll see. But now I really it just feels like a real garden back here now, not just something that we threw together. It really feels like it's put together. Oh, I just love it so much. A lot of hard work has gone into this. Here we are, day 2. Doesn't it look so much different with grass? I am absolutely in love. They got all the sod down today, and it looks so different. It looks so amazing. I am so excited. They still have some cutting and patching to do, of course, but it is just like, it's amazing how it transforms this entire space. I am just, couldn't be more thrilled. It's so exciting. The landscapers are all done. The grass is down, the border is in, and I am so thrilled. It looks so, so good. I am so happy. There's still quite a few places where we need to go get some more rock and finish the border. But they got the most of it down, and I'm just thrilled. I'm just absolutely thrilled. Now, this pathway was installed a little bit wonky. I'm not too fond of how this bumps out and then comes back in, so we're probably gonna rearrange this to smooth it out just a little bit. But it's just like a completely different space back here now. I mean, it is just wonderful. And we went ahead and put grass down in the woodland path because we just had some extra, so we decided to go ahead and do it, which I'm glad we did. We'll see if it gets enough sun. But this is emerald zoysia, and it's supposed to be the most shade tolerant grass there is. And it said about 3 to 4 hours of sun is needed, which we'll see if, you know, the shadier spots make it or not. And then we still have to finish the border back in here. But there's grass all the way back here. Oh, it looks like we need to pick up some of the landscape fabric still. But all in all, I mean, I'm just so happy with how everything looks. And like, look at the pathway now. It just beckons you. You just want to go down it now. It's just so pretty. The kids are always running out here and playing now. Elizabeth absolutely loves it. And last night, we got her coloring markers and we printed off some coloring pages that she likes, and we came out here and brought some blankets, and we just laid some blankets down underneath the tunnel here, and we just colored and listened to music and listened to the birds singing. It was so great. So I think we're going to be spending a lot more time out here as a family. So I am just super thrilled, and you can see the roses so much better. I mean, everything just looks so much cleaner and more in place. I am one happy girl right now. It's just, the space just feels so much better. Used to be a pile of trash here. Now it's all grass. It's just wonderful. So now we have work to do in the beds, getting all these weeds taken care of and spreading. I got to spread this out a little bit more, and a little bit more dirt probably needs to go in this bed, and we need to mulch. But all in all, I'm just so thrilled with this. And the kids love it too. Scott loves it. It's turned out great. We're so happy. And nothing about this garden was, when we first originally placed everything down, these used to be big logs, and they were removed to put the stone down. And we didn't like measure and make it perfectly square and all of that. And so this, you know, a lot of things are not planted perfectly. And so they did a really great job of giving that illusion that it is, I think. There's still some, you know, spots like this bed is a little bit more narrow than it is up here. But all in all, they did a really good job of doing their best to make everything evened out and looking square. So I'm really happy with it. The roses are just going to show up so much better now that we have everything outlined like this. The rose garden really shows off now. It's so pretty. So for those of you who are new here to my channel, we built this pool back in 2019, so 5 years ago. And we just finished this major project back here today. And so this woodland garden / rose garden area has been basically like 5 years in the making. It's been, it first started off as a vegetable garden, which I really had a lot of fun with, but got tired of it pretty quick because my passion is flowers and roses, and I was getting tired of having to dig up harvests and wash and clean them and process them and figuring out what to do with it. And we had a bunch of fruit trees out here as well. There was a whole bunch back in here, and they just didn't do very well. And then they were just getting overgrown and big, and I was just, you know what? I was like, let's do something different. We did keep this one peach tree. So that is one of the first things that we had planted and decided to keep it. It's still, you know, it's beautiful and I love it, but it still kind of shades the rose garden just a bit. So I'm still trying to figure out, do I want to keep it or should we take it out? I don't know, but it is really beautiful. So for now it's staying. But this has been a 5-year process. And last year I decided to plant a whole bunch of roses in here and just make it a rose garden because that's what I wanted to do, right? So I decided to take all that stuff out and all the vegetables out and just put roses in. And then today we got the grass down. There used to just be mulch in these pathways, which was super time consuming to care for, and it just looked messy all the time, especially in the middle of summer once the weeds took over. And so I think now that we've got this done, it's just going to be a whole lot more manageable back here to take care of the space. And yeah, it's been 5 years in the making. And so I feel like we've really hit a point where we can just be happy with what we've got. There's still a few things we'll need to change around here, but for the most part, I feel like the structure is in now and it's set, and I can concentrate on just bringing in more pretty flowers and hydrangeas and shade-loving plants, and just enjoy planting and taking care of this space. And it'll be a whole lot easier to weed back here, that's for sure. So I am just super thrilled. Oh, and I love all those snowdrops right in there. Let me see if you can see those. I love how that looks with all the snowdrops there. So I'm thinking maybe I'm gonna correct this. I'm gonna fix this little bump out thing is annoying me, and I'm going to smooth it out more. We're gonna smooth that out so it just looks a little bit more aesthetically pleasing. And I would love to put snowflakes all along the edge here, and I think we're probably gonna put the bench somewhere else, I think. Just not sure what I want to do with that yet, but we're gonna have to, reconfigure a lot of the plants in this bed here because things changed quite a bit with this new design and everything. And the trampoline's out of the way, guys. Isn't that wonderful? It's back behind the fence now. But I think that having these bulbs all along this bed here, oh my goodness, that would be absolutely gorgeous. So that's kind of been rolling around in my head this morning. Scott was actually the first one to mention it, which is unusual that he would pipe in about what to plant, but I think I really like his idea. So yeah, so that's what we're kind of thinking. And then look at all these roses. This is the little hedge of 5 Bliss Parfuma right in here. So just imagine all the roses in bloom. Should be very soon for some of them. But I am just absolutely thrilled with how this has all turned out. All right, well, thanks for watching, guys. I really hope you've enjoyed watching the process of this whole backyard transformation take place. I wasn't able to take as much video as I wanted to because I've been extremely busy this week running errands and doing things of that nature. And also I didn't want to have a camera in the landscapers' faces nonstop or anything like that. So, but you definitely get the gist of how it all happened. So thanks again for watching, and I hope you really enjoyed the whole process, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.